but you're in an AC discriminant mode when you have motion. And so what that does for you is you hunt along there and you hit a low tone, and then if you speed the detector up a little bit, if it's a good target, the tone should increase to a higher pitch, a high tone. So you have the best of both worlds there. You have an all-metal machine with discrimination when you want it.
Yeah, so it's working on all metal all the time with a low tone.
Right.
And then when you hit the good one, the high pitch comes on.
Right.
Yeah, that's good.
And that low tone is going to give you more depth. The all metal always gives you more depth than the discriminator.
Right. That's right.
If you push the down button once again, you have AC motion sensitivity. This is probably the most used feature on the whole metal detector. It is an adjustment to the AC sensitivity has a direct effect upon the depth of the machine. If you increase AC motion sensitivity, then you will get an increase in depth out of your machine. You ask, well then why wouldn't we want to have a high AC sensitivity all the time? Well, it's not practical to do that. If you get your AC sensitivity too high, the machine's going to become unstable. You're going to be susceptible to interferences, other metal detectors. So you basically want to set your AC sensitivity up to a point where the machine gets a little bit erratic, and then back it down a little bit, and then you have a usable AC sensitivity. You're maximizing the depth as best you can for the environment that you're in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you then push the down arrow and go to DC sensitivity. What this is your sensitivity when you're in the pinpoint mode. The pinpoint mode is an all-metal, non-motion mode. And if you want to increase the sensitivity, if you find that your targets are down a little deeper and you'd like to get more of a louder audio tone when you pinpoint, you can push the enter that option and push the up button, and that will increase your sensitivity. By the same token, if you find that most of your targets are shallow and you want to decrease your DC sensitivity, you can push the down button and decrease it. If you decrease the DC sensitivity, you're going to find it real easy to pinpoint. You don't get as broad of signal whenever you're pinpointing. So in most cases, the preset position is probably going to be okay.
You might want to use a lower DC sensitivity for a competition hunt where the coins are all shallow.
Absolutely.
Now, I want to also mention that we've set DC is important when you're prospecting, because you are then in the all-metal mode, and DC is the all-metal sensitivity.
That's correct. If you push the button down once again, you'll see that it goes to backlight. Backlight is used when you're in a low light condition and you're having trouble seeing the screen, such as early in the morning or late in the evening. You simply push the enter button and push the up pad, and the backlight will come on, and you adjust it to a level that's comfortable to your eyes. You want to make sure that if you ever access the backlight and turn it on, that you physically go in there and turn it off when you're finished. Otherwise, you're going to have the backlight on in daylight hours, and you won't be able to tell by looking at it that the light is on, and you're just going to use your battery up for no reason. So if you turn backlight on, you have to physically go in there and turn it back off again when you're finished.
You know, many of our users have complimented us on the fact that we have a backlight. We're the only major manufacturer who uses one, but it will use up battery life, so you should keep the use of the backlight to a minimum.
If you push the down button once again, we go to our final basic adjustment, which is viewing angle. This is a very important adjustment. It's a new basic adjustment that's been added to the XLT, and what this adjustment does, it electronically tilts the pixels in the screen. If you happen to get into a condition where you notice that the screen is becoming more difficult to see, you want to go to viewing angle and either tilt it up or down. If it's a hot day, you will probably want to tilt the pixels down. If it's a cold day, you'll probably want to go in there and push the up button and tilt the pixels up. So that's something that you know, not everybody will have a problem with, but if you do encounter that, we have an option here that will take care of that for you. All of these basic adjustments that we've covered are in the instruction manual, and we would encourage you to read over the instruction manual and familiarize yourself with these adjustments.
Might also mention your local dealer person who bought this detector from should be able to walk you through all of this stuff before you get out the first time.
That's right. The beauty of this machine is the preset programs. They are set by professionals, and in most cases you may not even have to go to these adjustments, but it's nice to know they're there if you need them.
Now that we've gone through the basic adjustments, I know a turn-of-the-century farmhouse. Let's go on out there and try some basic use with this Spectrum XLT.
Great.
Good idea.
Going.
Oh, this looks terrific. Steve, when did you say this was built?
Sometime in the 1880s.
Wow, we're gonna have a good time here. Randy, I guess it's your turn to ask permission.
Sure is. I'll get that gate. Hi.
Hello.
My name is Randy Smith, and I have 3 friends in the car, and our hobby is metal detecting. We take a metal detector and comb over the ground, and it will detect any objects that are in the ground. And we dig a small hole, and of course put the dirt back in the hole and put the grass on top. You can't actually tell where we've actually dug at. We were wondering if it would be all right if we detected your yard.
Well, yeah, I guess it's okay.
I don't
What?
see any problem with that.
Okay.
This is probably an interesting place to look for things because a lot people have lived here over a long
That's
period
what we
of
like
time.
to see, is a place where there have been people for a
Yes.
long time.
Been about 110 years now that people
Wow.
have been here. Who gets the goodies that you might find, like gold or something?
Well, we'll be happy to show you what we found, and if there's something that you would like to have, that would be okay. If there's anything in particular that we can look for that you might have lost over the years, well, we'll be happy to do that too.
I don't think of anything in particular right
No,
now,
I
but
don't
it's
either.
possible our children may have lost things over the years.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll call my 3 friends over and introduce them to you.
Okay.
Neat old place, huh? Old house. Look at those huge trees. We've got a swing set over there.
Hi. I'd like you to meet Keith Zorger,
Hello, how are you? Hi.
Jimmy Sierra,
Nice to meet you.
and Steve Howard.
Jimmy, let's show people just how easy the Spectrum XLT is to use.
Fine. All we have to do is take our detector, press the on-off pad, turn it on. Note that the battery is good. In this case, it certainly is. And press enter at preset programs. And we're going to choose our program with the down arrow until we get to where we want. Press enter. And now the instructions on the display say hold the loop in the air and press enter. We're going to air balance it. We hear a beep. We lower it to the ground. It tells us to press enter. Second beep indicates it's ground balanced. Now we're just going to search. We're going to swing the loop as close to the ground as possible without bumping into the ground in an even search pattern. Now the speed of the search pattern is going to be up to you, not too fast, not too slow. will give you the best response. You'll notice the